Hey, welcome back to Structure Fishing. I'm Jim Shell. I've got a, fishing video report. Our second trip of the year. I did go out earlier this season. The video is actually on Casey's channel, which is Fishcraft on YouTube, and it was February 1st. We went to Lake Michigan, and it was right after ice out. February 1st, first time I ever had the boat in the water in February. We caught a couple of nice lake trout at the Chicago Lighthouse. Lost a few too. But then this was our second trip of the year. We just got back. It was March 27th, 8th, 9th. And we went back to Lake St. Clair. We went here last year. There's a video. You can look it up, get a little more detail. But we had such a good time last year that we decided to make it an annual trip. And we're trying to get a combination smallmouth bass fishing and the walleye run on the St. Clair river here. I am looking at Lake Erie. Here's St. Clair. Now, we were smallmouth fishing, and let me just clear some things up because I had a few comments actually on Facebook last year about smallmouth not being in season. That is not correct. In the Michigan side, the U.S. side of Lake St. Clair in the state of Michigan, you can fish for smallmouth year-round, catch and release. The season, if you want to keep fish, starts, I can't recall, May sometime. But it's year-round catch and release, so you can legally fish for bass in Michigan year-round. On the Canadian side, you cannot. The season there, I don't think opens up till sometime in June. But on the U.S. side, and here is Lake St. Clair, and you can see this is the border right here, this line right here. So everything east is Canadian, and everything west of this border is U.S., which is Michigan. In this part of Lake St. Clair, you can fish year-round, catch and release for smallmouth bass. And it's pretty much we found the same thing as last year. The structure, we were fishing, channels. They had, and these fish were congregated on the deeper part of the channel, as well as any rock piles you found. But just like last year, the key to catching these fish was our speed control. I'm not sure when the ice left the lake here, or I'm not even sure if they even had ice this year, but the water temperature was, for the most part, 37 to 39 degrees. And these smallmouth conditions weren't the best, and they were pretty negative to neutral, and they wanted a slow speed again. We were throwing out a tube jig, and we were literally had that tube jig on the bottom. And I'm not joking. We were just barely cranking it, moving it an inch or two, and pausing it, moving it a couple inches and pausing it. That was a slow speed control. I actually had one fish hit where I made the cast and it landed in the channel and it was paused there for at least 15 seconds, if not 20, 30 seconds. I had a tight line. It was on the bottom. I was talking to Casey, and after the tube jig was set on the bottom for, like I say, at least 15, 20 seconds, I felt a little thump, and I set the hook, and it was a smallmouth. It didn't was standing still like that, but once again, as Buck Perry says, all fishing successes and failures are answered in terms of depth and speed control. And you really had to get a slow speed for these smallies to hit. We're going to hopefully try to go back in a couple of weeks and try to get the walleye run. We did try fishing in the river, but it seems like the reports in the river for walleye are pretty sporadic. There are some people getting their limits of fish. But for the most part, the walleye run really hasn't started in full yet. Everyone says it's going to be probably another week away. They need some water, warmer water temperatures for that. So we're probably going to head back in a couple of weeks and try to get back on those smallies again and try for some walleyes. So the first day we're out there, just to recap how we did in the water. First day we're out there, Casey was on fire. He got most of the fish the first day. And all that video for Casey, you go to his channel, which is Fishcraft on YouTube. It's called Fishcraft, and you'll see fish that we caught the first day. The second day we went up there, I was on fire, and I think I actually caught 12 in a row, which is pretty unbelievable to do, especially with Casey, because he's really got a good touch and feel. But I was just on. So here's the video of all the fish that I caught on the second day we were up there. Thanks for watching.
Alright guys, my dad has a fish on. This is day 2. It is pretty windy out, but we've been here for about an hour maybe an hour and a half. That's a nice one.
Yep. These jugs are pretty good.
But we've, it's been tough out here. We've missed a lot of fish because these fish are very lethargic. Woo!
That's how we do it.
Yeah, there we go. That's a nice one.
Woo, it's cold today.
It is, yeah.
It ain't like yesterday.
Nope.
We tried dressing up with a
Yeah.
little crawler just for kicks, but he's
There we go.
a solid four.
Yeah,
All right.
good fish. All right, let's get some more.
more.
All right, guys, Dad's got another one on. Oh, yeah, another decent fish.
Yeah. This is my life now. Another nice chunky
Oh, yeah,
guy.
that's a nice one.
Look at him. Oh, let's see another look tab on him. It's hard.
Oh, yeah, another 4
Right
pounder.
in there. Yeah, another solid fish.
Should we weigh this one for kicks or not?
Sure, if you want to.
All right, there's our probably another 4 pounder. Nice fish.
Nice chunky guy.
All right, let's get. Turns out we weighed the fish. It is a 5 pounder.
Solid 5, just like 5'1", 5'2". All right. Here he goes.
All right,
Woo. It's cold, but we're getting them.
let's get some more.
Yeah.
You need the net?
No, I don't know. He's biggin'. Ooh, this is a nice one. This is a good solid 5 again. Oh, come on.
Oh my God, that's a nice one.
There we go. Oh yeah, he's a nice one. Oh, he's the other one we had. We waited was just over 5. This has got to be the same, if not a little bigger. As you can tell, it's just been such a slow speed control. Just literally dragging it, pausing the tube on the bottom, and then just slowly moving it. That's what it takes to get these fish in the boat today with this speed. It's a lot colder out here today than it was yesterday, but get some quality fish here today. All right, we'll let this guy go and let's get some more.
Yep.
Woo!
Fish on.
There, the bite is really light today, but I got the hot, Casey had the hot hand yesterday, catching 4 in a row.
Now my dad has caught
I
4 in a
got
row.
4 in a row. Another quality fish. Look at this guy. He's got some nice coloring to him, darker coloring than the rest of them. Sweet. He chugged it. He chugged it too.
The wind has calmed down a little bit, but still a little bumpy. Oh, that's a
Look
nice
at that
one.
guy.
Yeah, a little skinnier
Yeah,
fish, but
he's got that.
he's got tons of black spots on him. Oh my God.
All right. What a beautiful fish, man. Boy, it's
Awesome.
funny. It's funny how you catch one and you're not as cold as much.
All
I'm
right,
having a hard time talking. I'm so cold.
let's get some more. Nice.
Oh, hooked up again. This guy barely. I just felt a little, barely little tiny little tap. I let him take it again and I set the hook. Whoa. Another quality fish.
I have lost all hope for me catching a fish today.
I mean, we're not keeping track, but that's 5 in a row. Another beautiful fish. Wait, we weighed a couple of them. They were almost all exactly 5 pounds. This one's probably about 4.5. Nice fish, man.
All right, let's get some more.
Get some more. Up again. It's been about an hour or so since the last one. We just moved the boat back a little closer to the channel in the first cast. Bam! This is probably the smallest one of the day. Yep, come on, guy. Why are you doing it with gloves on? Oh, black spot on the tail there. He's the smallest one of the day, but still a nice fish. I'd say this guy's probably 3 pounds. Also, the other ones we've been getting today so far have been 5-pounders. It's a nice fish. Oop. My glove back. All right, let's get some more. This guy barely. I didn't even feel the tug. It just felt dead weight. That's the first time. Didn't even know he was on for a couple of seconds. Yeah, just flip him in. Oh, whoa, he's bigger than I thought. Oh, he's got to be 3.5 to 4. Oh man, he got him really good in the tube. There we go. That's a nice, another nice Lake St. Clair Somali. All right. Well, this might wrap it up because it's been a long day out here. We're cold. We're going to be heading in, I think. So, had fun catching these smallies. We're going to get some more. All right. Tried to grab it, man, but I sent the hook. Oh, he's a nice one. Look at that rod going. Oh yeah. Whoa, 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 come here. Come here, girl. Yeah, this thing is probably a good 5. Yeah, that's a nice one. Maybe they're picking up again now. Yeah, this guy got a really good hook into her. Come on. Just dragging that tube up along the channel break line here. Feeling those rocks down there. Oh, come on. Just dragging it. In a slow speed control all day. It's another nice one. All right, I think this one will go an easy 5. All right, let's get some more.
All right, guys, Dad's got the first fish.
Jump out there. There he goes again. Oh, look at that. This water is so clear. That's a nice one. Look at that. Look at that fish. Beautiful fish. That's got to be a good 5. Or maybe 4.5. I don't know. Oh.
Yeah, we should get an accurate weight with glass calm.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's long. That's a beautiful fish. Look how long that fish is.
Yeah.
I mean,
There might be that's definitely, I think that's a 5.
3/4 of my arm.
Wow. All right, let's weigh him and we'll get the release. Let's get some more.
It's in between.
I think it's just a
We gotta call it 6. I'm calling it 6, man.
6-pounder. I would just like to say my dad caught 9 fish yesterday and I caught nothing. And this is the first fish of today.
And we weighed this thing, man. It fluctuated on the scale, but it came in right at 6. My first 6-pounder out of St. Clair.
This is your first 6-pound smallie ever?
I think so. I mean, I got a lot of 5.5, 5 3/4 maybe, but I don't know if I ever hit the 6-pound mark. So, beautiful fish. Oh, that water's cold. Boom.
Let's get some more.
Some more.